Like, yeah, little ding ding. There it is. But yeah, like,
We're
Vince,
on!
we're live. Vince has got to be stuck in like a mindset where he thinks he's in the '80s, and he's just telling Triple H and the writers week by week how they've got to compete with the National Wrestling Alliance, and
This
everyone's
week,
everyone's trying to remind him like, dude, Ric Flair's like 80 now. Dusty Rhodes is fucking working for us. It's like there's no NWA anymore. Well, there is, but it's
and
no.
in theaters this summer, Vince McMahon
We
is
gotta
Doc
book
Brown in Back to the Future.
We gotta book our cinemas ready for that closed circuit viewing of
Dan-
WrestleMania.
Daniel Bryan's wearing like the Marty McFly jacket, and just Vince McMahon steps out of DeLorean. We're going back.
We're going back. We gotta do something about. It's your kids, Daniel. We gotta do something about your kids.
I have to stop myself from doing Katie Vick.
We gotta go back. I gotta rebook the invasion angle.
Oh yeah, it's the C show. I forgot.
Yeah.
Welcome to the C Show, where we have come up with a really interesting... Dude, if the Royal Rumble was just that, Vince McMahon trying to go back in time, that whole Royal Rumble would have been better than what we saw.
Just him driving around the ring in a DeLorean for an
A
hour.
fucking stretch limo being like, when this shit hits 88 miles per hour, you're serious fucking... I'm gonna be the one that hits Austin with the car.
It was me, Austin.
It's me all along.
This is Allie, the man who has completely destroyed the Spoonie forms after the fallout of the Raffle Rumble. As I am currently high school Husky Harris.
This is Slick Rob, also known as
New
Kofi
Day!
King. Yes, New Day. Kofi King Rob,
Robbie Kingston.
purveyor of nachos.
Nachos!
This is Riddler saying, "Believe that."
Bleed it!
No, you're supposed to go yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Steve.
We got Max, if you'd like.
Indeed.
And this is Gold Lord.
That's a shitty name.
These guys are playing their characters. What they did on these forums, it's the Royal Rumble raffle where they drew numbers and they had to support the guy that they drew. Ali drew Bray Wyatt, but somebody else.
But there was
Bray
already
Wyatt.
a Bray Wyatt, so I'm Husky Harris.
So he's high school Husky Harris. Rob, who did you get again?
Kofi Kingston.
Kofi
Got
Kingston.
Kingston.
You forgot
Max
already.
Max got fucking Goldust, and me on my first roll. Everyone said I was a lucky bastard for it. I got Daniel Bryan. Whoop whoop.
You're
So-
one number away from Zack Ryder. You know that, right?
One number away from Zack Ryder. Fucking fucking woo woo woo.
So the Rumble was this weird downhill slope of like my expectations slowly falling.
I had zero expectations for this Royal Rumble, and I'll tell you, it's the simplest reason. If 4 weeks of Monday Night Raw goes by,
That's my
and you don't build a fucking match, I have zero expectations. And they managed to defeat that and do worse than that.
I would like to point something out. This is the most Theodore Long booked pay-per-view I have ever seen.
Tag match, players.
There are like 3 or 4 tag matches.
I mean, like, forgive me, but like, I don't remember a single fucking week of Raw that led up. We had fucking shitty Corpus Christi, that fucking train wreck of a show. We had fucking second week where I don't remember anything other than a lot of people talked and Macho Man is getting inducted. About fucking time, by the way. We got fucking third week of Raw, that was old school Raw, wasn't it?
That was
Raw
like the
reunion,
reunion.
yes.
That was the reunion, Raw reunion. And I don't remember shit.
One match in the first hour.
Yeah, I don't
and
remember
shit on the Ascension.
shit on the Ascension. And then the fourth week of Raw, I don't fucking remember a damn thing about the week before Royal Rumble.
We only had 3.
Oh, we only had 3?
We only had 3.
That's why then. Okay, I thought I missed a fourth Raw.
Well, the first Raw was when everyone got fired.
Yeah, that's right. Everyone got fucking fired. Fucking Corpus Christi. That train wreck of a Raw. What a fucking build-up. What a holy shit. Did they go to the fucking, fucking Ole Anderson WCW school of booking for that fucking 3 fucking weeks?
They had...
Oh my god.
Yeah, we are echoing.
We are echoing.
Yeah, we are.
But
oh well.
Here's the thing. Mike, I want to point out, first of all, that this show was 30 minutes shorter than an episode of Monday Night Raw. And I want to also point out that there was only 4 matches on the undercard. Yay.
Do you want to talk about the pre-show or not?
Yeah, I'll talk about the pre-show.
Go for it. Talk about the pre-show, because, let's be honest, the fucking matches on the pre-show, they may as well have been on the main show.
They should have been on the main show because, like I said, it was shorter than an episode of Raw.
Shorter than an episode of Raw. This is your Royal Rumble!
Isn't it supposed to be, like, grand or epic or something?
The road to WrestleMania! The fuck are you doing?
Nothing. That's the problem. So, it is the, I don't know if there's any segments before that, but it was the New Day versus, the Brass Ring Club, according to their charts.
New Day!
New Day! The crowd fucking turned on them, like, holy shit.
Well, to be fair, they turned on them because it was Tyson Kidd and Cesaro.
They went from nothing to literally screaming that the New Day is shit. And they
You can't be disrespecting my boy Kofi like that.
And they had one of the biggest pops for the night for whenever Cesaro and Kidd did something awesome.
Yeah, just so people understand, if you didn't know, Royal Rumble was in Philly. Philly's a fucking smart crowd. Philly's a fucking...
ROH is there.
ROH, they're fucking... Philly is one of those crowds that if they think it's shit, they're gonna fucking let you know about it.
I think Chikara was born in Philly too, wasn't it?
A lot of indie stuff was born in Philly. It's a smart crowd, and
it wasn't a bad match. The people in the ring were good. Xavier Woods got injured, and Adam Rose was just kind of hanging out on the ringside.
Poor Adam Rose. Go back to NXT, dude. Honestly,
go be Leo Kruger. No one will be mad.
Honestly, Adam Rose, go back to NXT. Your career will be 1,000 times better if you go back to NXT.
That says something about the main show, guys.
That is how bad this show is booked. You will be better off in developmental.
If the New Day were heels and Cesaro and Kidd were faces, this would have been a good match.
This would have been a good match. Well, it was a good match. It was a good match.
It was a good match, but I'm just saying, because of how the crowd reacted.
It's just the crowd is letting everyone know who they like.
They like Cesaro and Kidd.
And are shitting on the other team because of that.
This should have been their opening match, because I thought it might get people excited a little bit.
Yeah.
So, they had a good showing. Everyone got spotlights. Cesaro and Kidd went over for fucking once in a lifetime, because apparently they can't. Kind of random, but... By the way, something I noticed. They had the Bullet Club parody shirts of the Black Brass Wing Club, but when they came out later that night, they were forced to take them off. I guess I know why.
Yeah, they're not going to let that die down at all.
A New Japan reference? What the fuck?
No, I'm saying because of the whole Vince McMahon.
And the brass wing thing.
Yeah.
Brass wing.
They're not going to live that down.
I feel like they're going to be punished for it, to be honest.
Which is going to suck.
By the way, I still hate the reason why Vince McMahon is treating Cesaro like shit. He's too Swiss. And apparently, to be a big-time face in the WWE, you have to be either American or some kind of UKer.
Well, no, it's
Or
also
from
that-
Mexico.
Or
it's
from
also
Mexico.
that, and the comments he made, like, about Cena on Twitter and that, and it's like, get the fuck over yourself, Vince.
People like Cesaro. He's strong as fuck. He knows a lot of moves. He works really well with Tyson Kidd. At least I felt that way.
Yeah.
So, do we want to address the? Well, there's several elephants in the room. It's like a elephant party.
It's like we're visiting Africa.
Dude, it's like the elephants escaped from the zoo and went into a Philadelphia arena.
Or like the circus went horribly wrong.
Yep.
Or okay, but okay, the first elephant in the room. The next match.
I thought you were going to talk about the fact that WWE's racist.
Oh no, we can talk about that too if you want to.
Okay, let's talk about how WWE's racist. This is just a blatant example that WWE doesn't really care for the black people. The black people.
WWE doesn't like the black people.
Like, they get stuck with the most stereotypical gimmick, and I swear to God, all three of them are good enough to actually be in the mid-card.
They really are.
I don't know how good they are on the mic, but they're good enough to work a mid-card match. I mean, fuck, give someone a U.S. title.
Not the anchor title, aka the Intercontinental.
Was
Now,
there
they are
really
treating
gonna
the
be?
Intercontinental title like shit, by the way.
Was there really gonna be any other way that this gimmick was gonna go other than straight down?
No.
This was going to fall on its face, and it feels like they knew that, but they went with it anyway. And the three guys in the New Day, which have great personalities and they're all funny and entertaining. Nachos!
Nachos!
Oh, dude, I love them as a team. They're great. They're doing the best.
They're okay with it because, I'll be honest, they're not from the Indies, so it kind of feels like they kind of feel like this is their only chance.
Yeah. Also.
I know I'd feel that way. It's just like, Indies? How do I Indies?
Also, another New Day-ism. But Booker T won!
Booker T won! He won! Biggie fucking crying over Booker T winning was hilarious.
It's
painful, and it makes me pretty much, if I see another black guy get hired or used by the WWE, I'm just like, turn away! Turn away before it's too late, they'll make you a joke.
Also, didn't Xavier Woods have a really good gimmick before he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now they hired another black guy, Uha Nation, who's pretty fucking good. He's in Dragon Gate.
Oh.
And they're probably going to make him a joke, which I hate. Stop treating your black people badly.
He's going to be fine on the
on NXT probably.
NXT.
Yeah,
but as soon as he goes on the main show,
he's
going to be selling fried chicken or something. I know it.
By the way, this is really sad when NXT, which has been booked by Dusty Rhodes, by the way, is obviously a lot less racist than your main show.
So racist. Good God, that pisses me off.
And there's a lot less screwy endings too in NXT.
I thought we were trying to make some subtle jab at Dusty Rhodes, and I was like, what, Dusty Rhodes is secretly a racist? What?
No, he's from the Deep South. That was my point.
The most southy of South.
Yeah, that was my point. I am Southern, and I know these things.
You're Southern, but he's like super Southern.
Yes. he is like chicken fried in lard, fried in.
That's why he's fat.
Fried with deer jerky, along with a 6-pack of Bud Light. That's how far south he is.
Damn.
Um,
Get some grits.
If he was any more south, he would be
He'd
singing
be in
La
Mexico.
Cucaracha. He's like, "Damn, Daddy, how did I end up here? Oh, hi, Del Rio."
Was there that many segments to pay attention to?
No, are we at the Royal Rumble proper yet, or
There's a bunch of friggin'
By the
panels.
way, by the way, there was so much filler. Jesus Christ! It was clear they didn't have a full card.
Oh right.
There was the New Age Outlaws
Because I'm looking, and there was just a hype package for the main event, or not the main event, the title match.
Oh right. So here we go. Let's address the first match.
Yeah, go for it.
The build-up to this match is that the Ascension has repeatedly said that they are better than Hall of Famer tag teams.
And have proven it by beating local competition.
But
And most everyone in NXT.
which is apparently a big deal because they are doing a generic heel thing.
Yeah, they're doing a generic heel thing, and for whatever reason, everyone on commentary is like shitting on them and burying them.
Michael Cole.
Except for Booker T for 1 week, where he said, "I got scolded on Twitter for this, so I'm going to do right by the fans and recognize these guys for how well they did on NXT." And then the next week, apparently after that, he went to the back and Vince bitched him out because the next week he was back to burying the Ascension.
Yeah, so the commentators shed on the Ascension. They didn't fight real tag teams. They talk shit. And then they get beaten up by a bunch of 50-year-olds.
AKA APA.
These guys were NXT tag team champions for over 300 days.
I thought it was 200. But
200 days. Most of a year. Big chunk of a year.
yeah. So
and
the
you treat them like shit.
The build up to this match is that the Ascension have been beaten up by a bunch of old guys. So, going into this match, they need to beat up the New Age Outlaws decisively.
After the Shield beat them up last year. In less amount of time than this year.
Yeah. This match was okay.
This match was dog shit.
Why the fuck is New Age Outlaws wrestling in 2015?
It felt like a mess. Like, it was really clear that, like, Billy Gunn and Road Dogg lost the magic a long time ago. And, you know, the Ascension aren't really, like, the most proficient guys.
You know what? No, I'm gonna say it. The New Age Outlaws were never that good. No. You ever watch a New Age Outlaw match? You've seen every New Age Outlaw match. Okay? The only good thing the New Age Outlaws were loved for was the fucking ring intro that they did.
They're very charismatic. I give them that.
Extremely charismatic. Very good on the mic. Extremely good on the mic. That's all people remember them for.
But it feels like that, one, they're old. Two, they didn't get time to work with the Ascension on how to actually put on a fucking decent match.
No.
Three, it was sluggish. And four, the ending sucked.
Yeah, the ending was terrible.
It was
honestly, this match needed to be like the New Age Outlaws get all cocky and do their happy-go-lucky thing, and Ascension just destroys them.
It was 5 minutes long. It was supposed to be back and forth, kinda, but it was like really slow.
It was only 5 minutes? Really? That felt like 10.
No, it was 5 minutes and 26 seconds.
Wow, you couldn't have made it longer with like just the Ascension beating down the New Age Outlaws?
And okay, I'll just say this. It felt like the Ascension were going easy on the New Age Outlaws because they didn't want to hurt them. So
Yeah.
all their moves felt soft and had no impact, and that's their entire. They're fucking brawlers. That's their gimmick.
Mm-hmm.
When your brawler goes soft, he looks like a pussy. Yeah.
Much like last year's WrestleMania.
They needed somebody they can, like... They needed somebody who could, like, take a hit.
Give him the Usos.
What I wanted to do, and, you know, fantasy booking, whatever, have them go in a match against the Usos and completely cream them. And then, like, have the Usos just realize that, you know, they're not fucking around, and we were, and that's why we lost. So, you know, let's be fucking serious and fight them for real at Royal Rumble.
I mean, or at least they could have had them go, like, they could have booked Ascension versus, like, Los Matadores and just steamroll them.
Just beat the shit out of them. They're pretty much the tag team jobbers.
Yeah, I mean, they're a joke tag team anyway, so, like,
Who gives
oh
a
my
shit?
god, fall of man to the bull.
Fall of bull.
Like the Ascension wins. Hallelujah! I honestly was scared that the New Age.
I'm so fucking glad they won because
Yes.
imagine if they lost, that would just be like, okay, fuck you. It makes NXT feel like it's their fucking mid-card generator.
Oh yeah.
Like, you get Roman Reigns and you just automatically push him to the top, and it's like, we got a bunch of jobbers from NXT.
Well, let's just put it out there. Like, the booking has apparently gotten so bad that Triple H and Stephanie are actively arguing with Vince every single week about how things are being booked.
And the writers are going, what do we do?
Mommy and Daddy are fighting.
Mommy, Daddy, and Uncle.
Triple H is very pissed off about how the Ascension are getting booked.
I bet he is. Like, everything that that goes through NXT is kind of just like backed by Triple H.
Because first of all, Triple H knows that it's just a matter of time before the company goes to him, and NXT is his breeding ground for the talent he's going to push in the main event. So imagine how pissed off he is when this kind of thing happens with the. Never mind people like Emma or Adam Rose who are just like fed to the wolves and never got their chance.
Who would make like
and Mo Dallas, who had his match with R-Truth, breaking his winning streak.
Yeah, never mind those guys. Which, by the way, Bo Dallas was an NXT champion, so Triple H obviously had some plans for him. Never mind that. The Ascension were booked as these unstoppable undead juggernauts. Which, by the way, I miss the vampire gimmick. They were vampires. Why aren't they vampires anymore?
I didn't see when they were vampires, but it sounds really cool.
Oh yeah, you missed out.
Of course, the original partner of Conor Graves punched out a cop, so
and you shouldn't. And now he's in TNA.
Yeah.
Such is a fate.
That's what happens. By the way, I apparently have Destination America, and no, I still didn't watch Impact.
But you'll miss MVP's new faction. MVP.
I'm sorry, I heard you say I'll miss MVP, and I didn't care.
I said MVP's new faction that...
I know what you said. I still don't
Down
care.
Gang.
Oh, God. Anyways.
That's what they're called.
Anyways. I'm sorry, I'm too busy laughing at TNA to get back to serious WWE stuff. But imagine how pissed you would be if these guys you pretty much bred to be juggernauts. Like, they got the Ryback push in NXT.
Mm-hmm. And it was done right for once.
I admit, I'm a very trusting person, so when everyone is just like, oh, when the NXT guys get to WWE, they won't treat them right. They won't treat them right like they did on NXT. It'll be a bunch of bullshit. And I'm just like, it's okay, guys. We'll just kind of... I feel like they will, and, you're just being paranoid. Nope, I'm wrong.
And
treated them like shit.
if I were Triple H, I would be seriously calling up NXT and going, okay, delay the plans to bring up Sami Zayn. Delay them. It's like, I don't trust
We're going
Vince.
to make Adrian Neville into Justin Gabriel. Who quit?
Yeah, it's just like...
He quit. Like, he quit today.
Yeah, I know.
Yesterday, actually, but yeah.
If I were Triple H, I would be like, okay, immediately delay everybody I'm bringing up from NXT. Delay all of it until I have until I can talk some sense into Vince, which is going to take a long time.
Because he's a stubborn fuck.
And he's old.
That too.
So, Ascension beat the New Age Outlaws. Yay.
Yay.
Oh,
by the way, they suddenly decide not to shit on them anymore and just gave them credit, even though they shat on them last week.
Yeah, it was like, okay, well, I guess they did something. That was the extent of the commentary.
Yep. Next up we have a segment with Triple H that was entirely pointless because they're talking about not wanting Sting in the arena, and Sting never shows up, so that's pointless.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I mean, this is the only point to that segment was like, oh, Triple H versus Sting is going to happen.
And then Paul Heyman was like, hey, you want to bring up Brock Lesnar? No? Okay, bye.
It was just like, just have Paul Heyman talk about Brock Lesnar. And it's like, okay, I'll watch Paul Heyman talk about Brock Lesnar because it's Paul Heyman. And I will listen to a Paul Heyman promo.
Yeah.
Next we have the tag champions, don't we?
Yep. Tag team championship match between Mizdow and the Usos.
By the way, I think WWE has forgotten something.
Yeah.
There is such a thing as an Intercontinental Championship and a U.S. Championship on the card.
They could have had those defended and make it so this show is as long as an episode of Raw.
God, Mr. Perfect is just rolling in his grave at the treatment of that fucking IC title.
Remember when Hulk Hogan and Ultimate Warrior went at it for both titles?
Yeah, I remember that.
That will never happen again.
Actually, I wasn't alive for that, but yes, I remember that.
That will never happen again. IC title is a joke. US title, I have no idea.
Poor Rusev. That's all I have to say. I feel sorry for him because...
I feel sorry for anybody on this show. Anybody that is not Vince's favorite. Anybody that is not fucking solid. You are getting the main event. Happy fucking payday. Here you fucking go. I feel sorry for him because I fucking lost on this fucking terrible booked show.
I was like... When I saw the list of people Rusev beat on his streak, I'm like... So he's going to be fed to Cena.
There is no excuse for this.
Rusev is going to be fed to Cena. There's no one else. Unless D-Bry faces him, but the crowd will not stand for D-Bry being booked in the mid-card.
They don't give a shit. They don't give a shit. Vince don't give a shit. Vince don't care what the fans think. Clearly.
Clearly. We'll get to that. So, a match with the Usos versus Miz and Mizdow.
I'm just glad it wasn't them versus fucking Stardust and Goldust again, because we did not need to see that match again.
In the past 10 weeks, there has been at least like 8 different Sandow Usos matches, or Mizdow Uso matches.
Yeah.
This was very typical because the Usos don't experiment, and Miz doesn't tag Sandow in.
Yeah,
he actually Actually, that was the one exciting thing about this match was that Mizdow got spots.
Oh yeah, he did get spots. He did enter the match and do shit.
Yeah, he did Miz's. By the way, Miz Sandow is just super talented. He's like, okay, I have the stunt double gimmick. I can just copy Miz's entire arsenal and do it perfectly.
Dude needs to go to like Ring of Honor or something because he's getting fucked over here. He is just getting fucked over on a weekly basis.
I mean, I'm just waiting for them to like go. Okay. Well, once they have Sandow face Miz, I don't know what they're gonna do with Sandow.
Probably nothing.
Probably nothing.
It'll probably go over like a fart in church when they actually like once he actually
WWE presents a new pay-per-view. Fart in church.
The Usos win the tag titles and yay.
I mean, they were the whole match was pretty much the storyline. The more important storyline in the match wasn't about the tag titles. It was like, is Mizdow gonna double cross Miz? He's like, because Mizdow, it just showed Mizdow during the course of the match getting sick of Miz's shit. He's like, because at one point, Mizdow hits the skull-crushing finale on an Uso, and he's not the legal man, so he rolls out of the ring. And he's cheering Miz on to get the pin. And Miz gets there too late, and the Uso kicks out. And you cut to Mizdow, who looks pissed.
Yeah.
He's like, what the fuck, man? I gave you that victory. So the whole story here is will Mizdow split up with Miz? And when we get to it, I still don't know, which is a problem. Usos get the tag titles. I cannot wait for...
Keep the tag titles, but yeah.
Yeah, keep the tag titles.
Like that means anything, though.
How can a tag team hold these titles for so long and these titles still not mean a damn thing?
I just can't wait for... Well, it's because they're not booked in feuds right now.
And then they kind of look like crud compared to the rest of the belts.
I like the tag belts. They're giant pennies, but you know.
I cannot wait for Cesaro and Tyson Kidd to be beat by the Usos, or the Ascension to be beat by the Usos on the next pay-per-view.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. Yeah,
that's gonna be great. Yeah.
After that, we get more filler from the panel. By the way, the panel keep cheering for Booker T. I don't know why.
Because he's like the only improvement. Seriously, I'm gonna say it. I never thought I'd say it, but Booker T on commentary has been an improvement.
Yeah, Booker T on commentary has been an improvement, and everyone was cheering for him in the crowd.
Been a major improvement. Fucking hell.
So it cuts backstage with Joey Mercury playing WWE Immortals, and I don't know if the game's super easy, but he was just rubbing his hand on it like a dumbass and winning.
It was probably pre-recorded footage.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
It might have, but it's just like, this is stupid.
That would have been hilarious.
I'm not gonna lie. WWE Immortals looks better than 2K15.
It does.
It's just that it's on a shit platform.
At least graphics-wise, it does.
Seth Rollins walks in and goes like, "What the fuck are you doing? We got a match later," and then yeah.
I have to admit, I do like J&J Security. Their antics amuse me.
I didn't know that they're actually part of like the Triple H's team, sorta.
Yeah,
like
Joey.
You know, they help backstage and shit.
Oh yeah, I think they're both like agents or something.
Yeah, they're both agents.
They're road agents.
So.
Bella Twins versus Paige and Natalya.
And this was more just them trying to promote Total Divas.
Yeah. This is really sad when I was one of the... When the C show started, I was one of the few fans of women wrestling. and I'm still a really big fan of women's wrestling, did not give a shit about this match.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I'm a fan of women's wrestling on NXT.
Yeah,
The crowd didn't care.
Yeah, they totally lost the crowd.
They started doing Olay chants like halfway in.
I don't blame them. I do not blame them.
And I really like Paige, and I really like Natalia. What are
I
you
really
doing
like
to
both of them too,
WWE?
but they're getting treated like fucking shit.
Pretty much.
Bella's win via heel shit. So
It's just everything that
also,
is...
why is Brie heel?
I don't know.
You mean the Bella twins?
Yes, why is Brie heel?
I don't know.
Just because they wanted them back together or some shit. Probably because they didn't have another Diva tag team.
They didn't have it because, you know, they were doing so much with those Divas tag teams. Oh, yeah.
The 3-minute matches on Raw.
Girls representing.
Keeping those Divas busy there, Vince. Yeah.
Charlotte can wrestle the pants off any of them.
Fucking Bayley, Charlotte, any one of them can wrestle
To be
the
fair,
pants.
By the way, they're going to have a fucking fatal 4-way match at the next takeover on February the
It's gonna be
11th.
fucking awesome.
And I'm going to watch that shit, because all the people in the match are legitimately good.
to be fair, Paige and Natalia have both wrestled on NXT, and they are far better, superior. They have shown they are far superior wrestlers to what they have given on Raw.
I don't know why they limit them so much on Raw. I really don't.
Can't have the women go over.
Well, I think that might be the case in, like, Kevin Dunn, because he's a sexist fucking pig. But I think in Vince's mindset, obviously he's just going to agree with what Kevin Dunn says, because those two are fucking buddy-buddy. But I also think Vince has this weird thing where he thinks it's probably, like, protecting them, limiting them, because, I don't know,
I don't know.
because, like, judging by what, like, CM Punk, you know, said about the whole thing where he was like, oh, they're going to have women wrestle doing UFC now, and he's like, it's going to be barbaric, someone could die. It's like, there's, like, having women fight? Like, that's a bad thing? What? Okay.
I watched Joshi. After I watched Joshi, I'm just like, why can't I have this in English?
I do have to ask, what's her name?
Who?
I was thinking, not old-time women's wrestler. Did a shit load of stuff for the WWF back in the day.
Mae Young?
Not Mae Young. Other one.
Fabulous Moolah?
Yes. Is she still alive?
No, she's dead.
No.
Okay, because if she was, she needs to have a talk with Vince. Just have Mae Young have a talk with Vince. Just like,
Mae Young's dead.
oh yeah, she is now. Now I'm depressed. Oh.
She can haunt him.
She's a ghost.
Dude, Ghost Mae Young would be fucking awesome.
I'm Ghost Mae Young with my ghost hand, baby.
Dude, I can
And
just imagine it
regular
now.
Mark Henry.
Vince goes into his office, sees a Ghost Mae Young just smoking a cigar, twirling around in the office chair. Hello, Vince.
Why did she talk like Vince?
I don't know why she talks
I've been
like
waiting for you. What are you doing in my office? I've been here waiting for you. Aren't I pretty?
I can't do a Mae Young impression, so I just did my Vince McMahon. Leave me
Oh
alone.
my god. It was me all along.
So yeah, we get the fucking the Divas match, and then we immediately go to the triple threat for the World Heavyweight Title match. And I'm like, excuse me, was there not supposed to be some other matches here?
Nope, that was it. Now we're just... the only match that matters... The only match that matters... Barring the Royal Rumble.
Barring the Royal Rumble.
This is the only match that had anything that would change anything if someone won.
I kind of liked this match. Not the winner, but I kind of liked the match.
I really liked the match.
I liked the match. It was a great match.
It was a great match. Cena did his being as good as the other people in the match thing that he does, that I swear is still a thing.
Which, because Seth Rollins was in the match, was a lot.
And because Seth Rollins was in the match, Cena looked great. Seth Rollins stole the fucking show.
I did kind of mark out for a few of Brock Lesnar's monster spots where, although apparently all he does is German suplexes and F5s now.
The thing is, he only wrestles 4 times per year. But I'm already sick of his moveset.
Yeah. So, and also he had verticals in the match, too.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
He does suplexes. He does F5s.
He does more suplexes than Scott Steiner.
I mean, even if we didn't know that he's just here for a fucking paycheck.
Also,
the way
he doesn't sell.
Yeah, like, if we didn't know, if we were just completely clueless, and we just thought, Brock's here, you know, to wrestle again. Okay, if we did not know that he was here for a paycheck, and we saw a match, we'd come to the conclusion that he was here for a paycheck. He wrestles like he's here for a paycheck.
I
didn't sell anything, including like multiple finishers, being speared through a barricade, being launched through a table.
But
the only time the match got better was when he was told to lay down for 8 minutes. I don't see what people like in him, besides him being like a shouty, throwy mess.
It
feels like a marketing tactic to get UFC fans.
Well, when he first came back, we were marking out. We were, because we were like, oh, fuck yeah, Brock Lesnar, cool, okay. I was like a little bit like fucking... I wasn't marking out. I was like, this is the guy that fucking destroyed the Cruiserweight division. He shits on the business, fuck him. And I was like, oh, give him a chance. Well,
and I heard from Jim Cornette he's not even there because he cares.
Yeah. And it's like, okay, whatever, we'll see what happens. And as the fucking months go on, we just started to hate him a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more.
He had a great match with Punk, but that was about it.
Then he got the title. Then he left.
And then he left. Okay. I don't care who you are and what your view on WWE is. How can you defend them not having their champion on the show for nearly 5 months?
Yeah.
How can you defend that?
That is... It's just kind of one of those things where it's just like every single... Like, they have like 80 fucking wrestlers at this point, and every single one gets the little note that says, you're going to have to show up several times per week. But Brock doesn't, and he gets more money than you.
Dude, if a guy misses a house show, he gets fucking punished.
Yes.
Brock Lesnar, I'm pretty sure, has a per appearance fee. That last time, I know. I know what it is. Let me finish my sentence. That last time I checked is higher than Taker's.
Yeah.
That is true.
Which is... No.
That's
Taker
terrible.
Is more valuable. Taker is a lot more valuable. Taker's not going to shit on your company and leave.
Well, first of all, Undertaker is probably the most dedicated worker that Vince McMahon has ever had.
Yeah.
This guy would show up to everything, even if he was injured.
Yeah.
Second of all, he's 50. Almost 50.
Dude, Taker's a tough son of a bitch.
He's a tough son of a bitch, but he's 50.
He's 50. He's wrestled through a lot of shit. I mean,
he's also the biggest draw they had.
Biggest fucking draw? Oh, yeah. Like, I know Hogan, fucking Steve Austin, I get that. They earn more money than Taker, but...
He earned it.
Let's not fucking lie here. WrestleMania is going to be fucking weird without Taker. It's going to be really fucking weird.
Yeah. He fucking earned that position, man. And yeah, Brock beat him, but he also gave him a concussion, so the match sucked because, you know, when you have a concussion, you can't call spots.
You can't wrestle.
And Brock is not the kind of person who can carry a match.
No. But to get back
he
to
wanders around the ring like a lost puppy when he doesn't know what to do.
But to get back to the match, Seth Rollins does know how to carry a match.
Yeah, Seth Rollins stole the fucking show.
He was I'm telling you, he channeled a lot of Shawn Michaels.
Dude stole
Did he do a
the show.
Bombier? Or just a regular knee drop?
He was wrestling with a chip on his shoulder that night. Jesus.
God, I love the spot through the table. But there was weapon shots and just damn.
I said it before that Rollins would look stupid if he didn't walk out with the title, and I'm glad he got a lot of spots in, but he still kind of looked like, couldn't he have just run away, hid under the ring, waited until the match was over, and then just cashed
He tried that until Brock threw him in, and then he started fighting for real.
Now, the only reason that I'm okay with Brock being the champion, but it's a double-edged sword, believe me, is that he beat Taker. Now, immediately beating Taker at WrestleMania, that should earn you a championship run at some point. That should earn you a championship run. That's a big fucking deal, without a doubt. The immediate thing is this guy's going to get a title run, and probably a decent title run. Okay, now, logic dictates this guy's got to hold the title at least until the next WrestleMania. Logic would dictate that. But this guy that's supposed to be holding the title till the next WrestleMania hasn't showed up for 5 months.
Yeah, that's the thing.
They completely spent all the heat from breaking the Undertaker's streak just because he wasn't there to use it.
Yeah.
They had an opportunity, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Not a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity like Rock Cena, but like a legit once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. And they fucked it up.
I was really thinking when in the aftermath of Lesnar breaking Taker's streak, I thought, okay. When I finally calmed down from it, I said, okay. They've got guys in the wings waiting for this kind of thing. They're gonna have Brock take on all the new guys, and they'll get crazy over. They probably won't beat Brock, but they'll get over because they fought Brock. Who has Brock faced?
Cena.
John Cena.
Cena.
John Cena. And Seth Rollins once.
And what happens when Seth Rollins fights him? He's over now. Like, I think that night he proved himself to pretty much fucking everybody.
Oh yeah, dude, without doubt.
By the way, that Phoenix Splash was like fucking perfect. Like, holy shit.
Yeah, it was. That was great. Like, all of Seth Rollins' spots were great. My one complaint about the match was when Seth Rollins and Cena were alone, Cena kicked out of everything. I mean, I'm like...
By the way, Cena did 10 AAs that match.
Seth Rollins used his entire moveset,
including his ROH moveset.
And Cena kicked out of everything except for the Phoenix Splash, which Brock Lesnar intercepted. Brock Lesnar stopped Rollins from pinning him off the Phoenix Splash.
By the way, you know what's something really weird that I noticed after watching it through a second time?
What?
Right when Brock Lesnar pins Rollins, Cena just gets up and leaves. Like, he doesn't even like, ow, my arm. He's just like, well, back to the back.
Well,
way to sell, dick face. At least limp a bit. Fuck.
I'm gonna go have sex with my girlfriend now.
I'd like to think, every time he comes out to ring, he's like, well, time to go to work. Every time after a match, he's like, well, another day, another dollar. Going home.
Another day, another dollar. Where's my? I gotta go clock out. Just
Yeah, it's just like.
Watch out.
Here's my time card.
Ding.
See you, Vince.
Oh.
Now I've got to go get in this racing outfit and go around go-karts with my girlfriend.
But yeah, this was a good match. I didn't like that Brock won because that means the next 2 months are just going to be the authority, because there's no championship storyline, because all we get is
2 months literally may as well be a milk carton that says, have you seen this belt, and a picture of the title.
I want the belt to be on the show. That's the main reason people watch it. Do you think... Okay, I know comparison to real sports and it's fictional and everything, but what do you think people see when they want to buy like a UFC event?
The
title match? That means you should have a title match pretty often on the UFC events.
Here's a serious question. Who's a worse champion? Brock Lesnar or John Jones?
Well, one's on crack, but he's...
One's on crack, but one's not even showing up.
I mean, at least John Jones shows up to work. On the other hand, he
shows up to work on crack, but he shows up. Which is better than not showing up and potentially being on crack.
Potentially being on crack. We don't know if Lesnar's on crack or not. We don't know. He could
or
be.
just fucking Sable, which is like crack. No.
Pretty much crack. Jesus.
Well, he has to put the dick in a crack.
Ew.
Ew.
I don't want to imagine Brock Lesnar having sex while making his pterodactyl shrieks. I'm a mercenary! I know, honey.
Paul Heyman's in the room talking him up while he's doing it.
Oh, and also...
Beast incarnate, Paul, can you leave? No!
Speaking of Brock Lesnar, there was a Brock Lesnar face doing the pterodactyl shriek in the crowd.
Yes, I saw that. As well as a Colt Cabana face.
Yeah, I thought that mentioned for the audience.
Colt Cabana face comes up, Triple H starts freaking out in the backstage. Get rid of fucking... Get that podcast, motherfucker!
I also saw a sign for Emma, but it was like, Emma, go back to blank, and I couldn't read the last word.
NXT.
Go back to NXT.
Yeah.
And I agree. Whoever wrote that sign, I agree. She'd be better off.
She would. Poor Emma.
She would.
I don't know whether they meant it as an insult or as a compliment, but either way, I agree.
Well, she wasn't even on the show, so I assume she hasn't been on Raw for...
Oh.
Yeah, she hasn't been on Raw forever.
So Brock Lesnar walks out with the title again, and
we'll get milk cartons out next week, guys. Don't worry.
And Cena just clocks out.
Cena just gets up. Seth Rollins is like, "Oh fuck me, that hurt." Because every time he takes a German suplex, he dies because he lands like right on his fucking head.
Every WWE helplines, have you seen our champion?
Like, damn, that guy works 100% every fucking week.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to be like the guy who's just like constantly praising indie wrestlers, but like I didn't watch his indie stuff. I was just like, this guy works so fucking hard and gets.
He's a young guy with a.
Oh, I do have to talk about the one Brock Lesnar spot I kind of marked out for, the double German to J&J Security.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, but they also did a double AA already, so it was like,
Yeah. But
there was a lot of fucking AAs in this match. Holy shit.
There were 10 total.
And then there was the one where he did 3 in a row to Brock Lesnar.
I was like, fucking hell. I was like, what the hell? Like, am I watching a fucking Taker match here at WrestleMania? What the fuck?
It felt gimmicky, and I know they want to play up the fact that Brock Lesnar's extremely resilient or something, but it still just felt kind of comical.
I just
Brock
like to
Lesnar
think
is a
that
robot.
I just like to think that Taker somehow like sucked out the power from Taker, and now he's
Just stole his soul, like.
Yeah,
No.
while I was watching the match, I was thinking while they were having Cena and Seth Rollins alone, and they're doing the stretcher spot with Brock. I'm like, nobody's buying that Brock's out of this match. I'm like, you know what would be great?
Yeah, like everyone, like Rock 10 and everyone was just like, oh look, oh shit, Brock's hurt. I'm just like, this feels like a spot. I'm gonna wait.
Yeah, that's a spot. Anytime they bring out a stretcher, it's usually a spot.
It's usually a spot, yeah.
Unless it's because if you get hurt, you'll just suddenly break character and go, yeah, fuck, you know.
But I was waiting for Lesnar to do the Cena, not Cena, the Cena no sell. No, he was gonna do. I was waiting for him to do the Taker sit up, and I'm like, come on, Brock, do it, do it, do it. You never do it. Okay.
Seriously, like no wonder like it's Grandpa Taker now. He just sucked all the life out of Undertaker, and now he's just sitting around in fucking UFC shirts. Hi, I don't know what I'm doing here.
Here's my anorexic girlfriend.
By the way, he's lost a lot of weight, and it really does feel like as soon as this whole thing is done, he's going back to UFC.
No, he can't.
No, he can. He can.
Lesnar, yeah, probably.
Lesnar, yeah.
I thought we were talking about Taker. I was like, what? A 50-year-old man's going?
Because the thing is,
Punk versus Taker.
Because the thing is, the maximum weight requirement for UFC is 265 pounds, and guess how much Brock weighs? 265 pounds.
Oh, he's planning on going back.
He dropped from 300 to 265 pounds.
He's planning on going back the moment.
He is definitely going back.
He's going back.
This is just like a paycheck for him while he waits to go back to UFC.
Hey Vince, thanks for the money. I'm gonna go back to Dana White now.
I wouldn't be shocked if he cuts off. I wouldn't be shocked if he goes back to shitting on the business the moment he leaves. Really wouldn't.
They gave him everything, and he probably still takes it for granted. I hate that.
So, WrestleMania main event. One half of it is Brock.
Yep.
Which means it has potential to suck.
Oh, it has big potential to suck.
So, the Rumble match.
Royal Rumble.
I feel like we shouldn't just go to the end of the Royal Rumble match. We should probably talk about parts of it.
No, we should talk. We should take it. Oh, hi, Mega Fighter.
We should
talk about my boy Ryback.
Okay, so we did a lot of the review already, so I'm just going to ask you about each one. Pre-show match.
Well, what did you think of the pre-show match, Mega?
Pre-show match was pre-show match. Oh shit.
New Day and
it was a waste of 6 very good talents.
And the gimmick sucked.
Okay. Ascension versus New Age Outlaws.
Ascension versus New Age Outlaws. I was saying all over the place that Ascension versus New Age Outlaws was not going to be a good match. That the New Age Outlaws can't wrestle. And guess what? They couldn't.
And it was dog shit.
It was dog shit.
Divas tag match. Or wait, no.
Network was mostly fucking up for me, so I did not get to see this.
They were just plugging in Total Divas anyway.
Tag title match.
The tag title match. Pretty basic. Kind of just like, more the same as they had last time.
Because they've wrestled so many times already.
Yeah.
Triple threat title match.
Fucking why is the belt not on Seth Rollins?
Yes. Agreed.
There we go.
Sentiment of fuck Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
And okay, now
Brock Lesnar.
By the way, this is still 30 minutes shorter than a Raw. What the fuck?
Now we're all caught up, and
now it's time for the Royal
Rumble. My boy Ryback.
So yes, you got Ryback.
And a very uncomfortable Brock Lesnar sex joke.
Yes. The Beast Incarnate, the sex
you
machine.
Okay, so I'm just gonna fucking say it. Other than fucking like Bubba Ray Dudley coming back, which was nice, and DDP was good. Other than that,
Well, let's sort of I think we should actually break the Rumble down piece by piece a little bit.
okay.
Sure.
I'll let you guys talk about it a little bit before I bring my points.
Let's sort of just talk entrant by entrant. Number 1 is Miz. And
now, I thought they were going to do more with the Miz because I thought that Mizdow was going to show up before Miz gets eliminated, but they kind of used it to have Bubba Ray throw him out, using R-Truth, who is the second entrant, as his replacement Devon for the night because he needed a black guy.
Why wasn't Devon on this show?
Who is number 2?
R-Truth.
Oh, R-Truth, right. I'm sorry.
Number
Didn't they use Devon on the show?
I mean,
Were they not able to secure him?
Number 3 is Bubba Ray, but the thing is, they kind of wasted that pop early. Especially because later on, the match goes down, and they could probably use a Bubba Ray to show up.
Yeah, they could have. But I have to make one complaint about R-Truth. When Bubba tells you to get the tables, you get the table.
You get the table.
Fucking table, R-Truth.
He could have rolled out from under the ring. Why didn't he get the tables? I would have popped so hard for a free dude for the table.
Black guy who's not Devon, get the table.
Yeah, why didn't I like Devon?
I like this, that, since they didn't know each other in kayfabe, that he shouted "you" at R-Truth.
You, random black guy who is not my
I
brother.
thought he said truth.
I think he did say truth, actually.
It
Yeah,
sounded like you to me. So
he said truth.
Plus they do kind of know each other in kayfabe. He knows, Ron Killings from TNA.
No, he doesn't.
Probably
no,
wrestled me.
not
no,
WWE.
WWE.
yeah, I was going off WWE kayfabe.
Yeah, because when you're not on WWE, you stop existing.
But no, he.
Oh yeah. Sure.
I think Bubba Ray heard R-Truth's theme song. I think you know who R-Truth is.
With the...
Which.
By the way, he said, "Whoop, there it is."
Yes, he did.
Wow,
And Philly responded.
Didn't he also say something else? He said that he made another reference by "Whoop, there it is."
Joke to, Everybody Dance Now.
I think I said that with, I wanted to say, "This is how we do it."
This is how we do it.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm scrolling down to. Right. Number 4 is
Luke
Bray
Harper.
Wyatt.
Number 5.
No, number 5 is Bray Wyatt.
Number 4 is Luke Harper. Number 4 is Luke Harper. Number 5 is Bray Wyatt. Which they did a great job of like teasing the Wyatt family reuniting. It was like.
Then Curtis Axel comes out.
Well, hold on. All right. Curtis Axel comes out at number 6. Well, while it's just Bray and Luke Harper in the ring. And immediately you're going, this is not going to end well for Curtis Axel. And it doesn't, but not in the way you'd think.
He gets the shit beaten out of him by Eric Rowan.
And Eric Rowan isn't even in the Rumble.
So he couldn't really win.
By the way,
I hope they acknowledge that.
I think it's important to point out Curtis Axel was never thrown over the top rope.
He never even entered the ring.
So.
And by the way, just because of the kayfabe rule of if the next entrant comes out and you're not in the ring yet, you're out from like 1992. You act like WWE remembers their own continuity.
So they're gonna start acknowledging that. They're gonna have to acknowledge that on Raw.
Or they won't, because Raw is canceled.
All right.
Raw got canceled.
Shit, that's right.
Dinner's canceled.
Oh yeah, because of this blizzard.
We might get a clip show. I don't know.
So, we're gonna re-air the Chris Benoit tribute show.
That was my joke.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Can they just put like a marathon of like NXT on
Can we just play an
on the
NXT
USA Network?
takeover? NXT takeover.
Yeah,
Or our evolution.
yeah. Put out the takeover shows.
So, I'm trying to get the list of the numbers. Darn it.
I got it. Next up was
the Boogeyman.
Okay, we should probably talk about what happens in the ring.
First of all, Bray Wyatt eliminates because they tease the spot where Luke Harper is joining with Eric Rowan to turn on Bray Wyatt for some reason, and then Bray Wyatt eliminates both of them because he's a bad.
Eliminates Luke Harper. Eric Rowan's not legal.
He throws them both over the top rope.
Curtis Axel is asleep now.
Curtis Axel is dead.
The next Raw that on SmackDown they showed Curtis Axel in the hospital with beep beep. He's in a coma.
We'll get Taz. Beep. No.
It's Test.
Taz. That's actually kind of awful. God damn it.
I know that is. Boogeyman.
Boogeyman.
Another pop. I don't think that the Boogeyman would have helped later on in the show, honestly, because Boogeyman doesn't carry that much of a pop.
Boogeyman was there for like a spot where he kind of like stared awkwardly at Bray and then got eliminated. It was nice.
Yeah.
You know who could have been a surprise entrant? Bo Dallas.
Who?
Bo Dallas. Randy Orton. Anyone from NXT. Sheamus.
Bo Dallas, I think, is still out on injury.
This would be a good time for him to come back.
I was going to say that.
Sting.
Yeah, I think the whole point of Boogeyman coming back just to be eliminated is for him to pass the creepy torch to Bray Wyatt.
Justin Gabriel quit.
Good for him.
Good for him. He's already booked, by the way.
Yeah, a day after he quit, he got booked.
Where's he booked?
He's booked at just a random show, but
who's booking him?
I think it's like something WS.
Something like that. I'll look it up. But
he's
wrestling under his indie name again.
Good for him if it means he can get some exposure. Because WWE wasn't using him at all.
Yeah.
Oh, PJ Black, yeah.
Next. So now we go through a string of people of Bray Wyatt eliminating everybody who comes out until we reach Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, it's Boogeyman, then Sin Cara, then Zack Ryder. Yeah. By the way, Zack Ryder was on the show. Can
I go off topic for a second? Can I go off topic for a second, guys?
Sure. Go ahead.
Holy shit! Impact's viewership doubled. It's now half as much as it used to be, but it doubled.
Okay. I was about to say it doubled. It's now 2.
It's now 500,000.
Okay.
Raw gets 5 million, so good for them.
It went from 1 person to 2 people. All right. Daniel Bryan versus Bray Wyatt is happening in the ring, and not once do the commentators reference last year.
Well, why would they? No, at this point I've given up on that. I've given up on them remembering history. I've just given up on it. I've buried it. I've washed my hands of it. I'm like, fuck it. If they don't care, neither will I.
Apparently, Ryder is still injured, but he was good enough to go for a little bit.
If I was as forgetful as these fucking commentators, I would not remember a single good thing about wrestling.
All right. Who's next? Help me out, guys.
Next up, Daniel Bryan came out. Then it was Fandango.
Oh, Fandango. Right. That's why I can't remember.
No.
Who was greeted to
Do you
silence.
like the Fandango gimmick?
I remember when a lot of people liked the Fandango gimmick.
I feel like the problem with the Fandango gimmick is it seems like wrestling fans are kind of trending towards this thing where it's less about the gimmick and it's more about the guy. Like, Daniel Bryan is just Daniel Bryan, despite him going yes a lot. So, a guy just being called Fandango, you won't really praise him or anything, because it's just like, Fandango, whatever.
If he was just Johnny Curtis, he'd probably be a bit more over.
A little bit, yeah.
Because Johnny Curtis is good. Fandango's not.
Pretty much.
Also, coupling him with Rosa doesn't help.
Oh.
Rosa, who is just like a void of talent.
And taking away the theme that everybody sang along with. Yeah, that's great. That's a great idea.
His flamboyant trunks, which I actually liked.
Yeah, he had all the good trappings of, because it wasn't the best gimmick, but he made it work, and now I don't feel like he can in this without all the trappings of the gimmick.
By the way, obviously Daniel Bryan got the biggest pop of the night when he came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of them.
Whole crowd.
Tyson Kidd came out next.
Yeah, cheers for Tyson Kidd.
Yay, Tyson.
Tyson Kidd. And then, God damn it, needs to be treated better, needs to get somewhere else that knows how to fucking book him, needs to fucking get just a break, Stardust, Cody Rhodes, Jesus Christ.
By the way, there was like the Rob Conway pop for Stardust when he came out. Nobody said anything.
Nobody did a damn thing.
Which sucks because Cody Rhodes is really good.
Cody Rhodes has managed to take every gimmick that WWE has given him and turned it into gold.
Yeah.
Star. Does.
Literally turned it into fucking gold.
They need to give him a world title run.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why they're keeping him so pushed, so shoved to the mid card.
Well, that you could ask that about a lot of people on WWE.
Ask that about anybody.
That's about 90% of the people who work there.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Out comes DDP.
Yeah, good.
He promoted his yoga and gave everyone a diamond cutter.
Yoga
It
DDP.
was a fun spot.
Yeah. And by the way, he had a by the
way, did I mention the fucking airplane spin Daniel Bryan did to Fandango?
I love the airplane spin. Absolutely love the airplane spin.
That's good.
Yeah.
I wish he would do. I wish when he was doing the fucking airplane spin, I wish he'd pulled a Bob Backlund and just nodded his head fucking crazily and just going. Rah! I'd have loved it if he did that. Just pulled a Bob.
All right.
Backlund.
So Fandango's eliminated, and then out comes Rusev.
We'll get to Rusev later and just how bad this match went. And
the thing about Rusev is he entered the ring and he did nothing.
He did
have some good spots. He was more Rusev when he debuted at the Rumble.
But just to give you guys a hint of what will come up, those listening, the match got so hated on that the entirety of the arena defected to Russia.
Yeah, they defected to the Russians. This is Philadelphia, pretty much where America was born.
Nice job breaking it, WWE.
Nice job.
Well, they did have they had the face-off between Bray and Rusev, which is oh shit, hoss fight. And then they do one of the dumbest things they could do midway through the Rumble. They had Bray eliminate Daniel Bryan.
And the crowd instantly turns on the match because they're really hot on Daniel Bryan. I've never heard anybody cheer for Daniel Bryan that much before. I mean, or cheer for anyone that much.
Here's the thing. I didn't care if Daniel Bryan lost the match. But you have to understand how beloved he is you have to save him for the Final Four.
He needs to pretty much be the who's gonna win the Rumble tease when they all like circle around each other and it's like who's going to the WrestleMania?
Who's it gonna be?
Who's it gonna be?
I
Daniel
didn't really
Bryan
notice
needed to
one
be there.
this year. Who's going to go to the Mania tease?
Because everyone hated it.
Um,
By the way, the boos were so loud, according to one of the people who was actually there. They pretty much shut off the audio, and you could still hear them in the crowd shitting on it.
yeah.
Wow.
Because according to Johnny, it was fucking deafening, even over like theme music.
Wow.
So,
Johnny of New Legacy, by the way.
New Legacy, of course. We should probably know
but
that.
who is present there? Yes, because he lives in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
He didn't know what. He also didn't know what to make of Boogeyman coming out, so he just laughed.
Of
Right.
course.
And also, I just want to make note of this because apparently, take it with a grain of salt because anyone that anyone associated with the Wrestling Observer, any dirt sheet, any fucking reporter, in the world of wrestling, it's all rumor and conjecture. But according to Brian Alvarez, after D-Bry's elimination, he goes to the back. He's looking all dejected. He's ignoring fans. He's quiet, and he's just completely lost. And apparently, it's all according to the fact that they have no plans for him for WrestleMania.
This is a burial. It really does feel
This
like a burial.
scene, this is.
how do you
I hope to God Alvarez
I know that
shit
some
up. I
people
really
are
do.
just like, you just wanted Daniel Bryan to win, but no, I was fine with him not winning. I just want him to have something to do with
fine with
WrestleMania.
Reigns winning.
I want him to have
We'll
something
get
to do.
why I don't like it.
Like, there's talks of the match that he was supposed to have with Sheamus last year that's going to happen, but basically he's just like they've got nothing for him apparently.
We will see, because they would be stupid to not have Bryan planned for Mania.
The thing
They would
is,
be
I
stupid.
didn't mind Daniel Bryan not winning the Rumble. He didn't.
No.
He's so over that he doesn't need it, but he's so over that I'd probably want him to at least make it to the end because he's that important.
Yeah, he is.
Especially to the fans, he's like more of the guy than the guy is.
Dude, that booing, how long did that booing go on for?
25 minutes.
Nearly.
Actually 30 minutes, but yeah.
Well, there were some spots in between that they cheered for, but we'll get to those.
That was like brief solaces and shitstorms.
Well, we'll get.
But
to
the
that.
thing is, WWE knew this was going to happen. They just were surprised by the magnitude. They threw him out early because they wanted to get their boos over with so they could have the rest of the match.
Next is they should have just done it at the end, and then it would have been like a real quick boo. But next is Max's boy, Goldust.
And I was perfectly fine with getting this as my number because I've been a longtime fan of Goldust, even when he did kind of was a jerk on Twitter.
Yeah.
The cool thing about Goldust is he's old as people like the Big Show and Triple H, but he doesn't fucking show it at all.
Not since he sobered up. No.
He wrestles like everyone else does.
So immediately Stardust tries to eliminate Goldust, and then there's no consequences for that.
Yep.
There was a hint of consequences, and then nothing came of it.
Yeah, it's like, what? You're not going to do anything with that? You're not going to, like, build... I mean, this is what everybody's been waiting for like 4 years of... They've been waiting for Cody versus Goldust. And you just farted it out. That's what you did. Okay, then. After that, does anyone get eliminated here?
More booing.
Does anybody...
Let's see.
Does
No,
anybody
not
get
yet.
Adam Rose. No, yeah.
Adam Rose
Kofi
isn't
comes
in
in.
yet.
Kofi comes
No,
in.
Adam Rose isn't in it yet.
My
No.
boy Kofi Kingston, New Day.
And people boo him because everyone
Yeah.
doesn't like it.
Nobody
Yeah.
cares at this point. Nobody cares.
Well, nobody cares for the New Day gimmick anyways. Except for me, because apparently I care.
Nachos.
Nachos! If you haven't seen it, go out and watch Google All-Star Celebrity Bowling WWE, and you'll be amused by Kofi Kingston's antics.
Adam Rose comes up next.
Yes.
After the crowd starts chanting Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
Adam
Did you
Rose
get
gets
the message yet, WWE?
Adam Rose gets all his rosebuds out, and I joked that this is the rest of the Rumble entrance.
Also, I'm kind of we were discussing what's the spot Kofi gonna do to save himself this time, and it was honestly that was a very weak choice to just have the rosebuds do it. It's like,
Oh, by the way, Adam Rose changed his shirt because I assume they got mad he wore the Bullet Club parody.
Yeah, the Brass Ring Club.
Yeah.
Also, also making fun of Vince's comments.
Which I think they're gonna get punished for.
Yeah, unfairly.
But yeah, I was expecting. I mean, we were all expecting Kofi to do an insane spot, and he didn't do it himself this time, which is kind of
the point.
Yeah. This was more of a freak miracle of the Rosebuds being stupid.
Crowd surfing Kofi back into the ring to be immediately eliminated. And abandoning Adam Rose.
Adam Rose?
Adam Rose!
Adam Rose, go home! And Adam Rose goes home because the Rosebuds have already deserted him, and he walks back to the back very sad.
If I might say, this whole thing just makes Adam Rose look even more sympathetic.
Yeah, pathetic, I think is the word you're looking for.
No, sympathetic, because now even the Rosebuds have abandoned him.
But it wasn't like a big moment of the Rosebuds turning on him. It was the Rosebuds being stupid.
So,
that's
after that,
the whole thing. So yeah,
D-Bry comes in. I mean, not D-Bry comes in again. Roman Reigns' entrance music hits, and the entire crowd goes nuclear and hates him.
Yeah.
I was worried that, as he was walking down the stairs into the arena, someone would swing at him.
Yeah.
Roman Reigns is coming out. He's like, "Are you saying boo or believe that?"
Believe that. But yeah, I felt like someone was going to deck Roman, but it didn't happen. So.
Well, I think, I was waiting for someone to try it, but I'm like, I really hope someone wouldn't, because Roman Reigns looks like he could beat the shit out of anybody. Besides,
nobody because it was kind of it wasn't too long between D-Bry getting thrown out and Roman Reigns coming in. But they weren't happy. They were not fucking happy.
So yeah, they were not happy for a while until oh wait, no. The next one is Big E.
Reigns goes in, cleans house, throws out a bunch of people like Goldust, Stardust, and shit.
Yeah.
Next guy is Big E.
Which gets equal boos.
Poor Big E, he deserves better.
Poor Big E. Big E is such a likable guy. Booker won!
Watch the JBL and Cole show. It's the only thing JBL's good at.
Cole show, but anyway.
Are you gonna try and talk to me while I'm eating kielbasa?
Oh yeah, that's gonna be about for a while. I'm eating this kielbasa.
This is some good ass kielbasa. Right. God, I miss those segments with Big E. So, after Big E comes out and does some Hoss spots, our next entrant is the one guy that broke up the booze for a while.
The one guy who got cheered for walked up to the Miz, who like the Miz tried to stop him from going in the ring because he was throwing out stunt double. He decides to, not do it. Gets a big pop, like a big legitimate "we like this guy" pop, and then gets immediately thrown out because the crowd is soured on the match. Maybe we should have this guy we like in it for a little while. Nah, fuck it, just throw him out. That was very depressing.
That was.
This is a theme that continues during this match.
Yeah. It was like, yay, Miz out! Oh.
Yeah, shit. The weird thing was he went back to mimicking Miz when I would have liked it if he was just like, fuck you.
Yeah, that would have been great. Just like, nah. Because now I'm like not sure where Mizdow stands. Is he rebelling against the Miz or not?
Because I just want him to just go full, I'm over this shit.
Like, Miz was sitting down. I was waiting for Mizdow when he came out to just kick him in the face. He was like, kick him in the face, kick him in the face. He sits down and mimics Miz. But next guy is Jack Swagger, who actually the crowd didn't like him, but he got the crowd to chant along with him for "We the People."
He got "We the People."
Yeah, he got a pop.
You got "We the People," which is like, that's that's good enough for. Given how completely hostile that crowd was being at that point, that to get a "We the People" is a miracle.
Yeah. Well, that's just how over that catchphrase is. So, Jack Swagger does his shtick. He immediately goes after Rusev, which I thought, yay, continuity. Yeah. And there's a whole bunch of spots with Rusev, like guys trying to fight Rusev. Next guy is the big guy.
Yeah, my boy Ryback.
I do like the one random comment in the Rumble thread. Throw some Panera bread at him.
He'll eat that Panera bread, and then he'll shove it up someone's ass.
No, his weakness is Panera bread. But anyways, or Panera, the restaurant.
There's not a lot of meat options at Panera Bread. That's why he doesn't like it.
Or he got a very inexperienced employee. Anyways, are there any eliminations in here, really?
Ryback gets nothing. Look, I just want to point out, just like, he had 5 for the big. Oh wow!
By the way, Ryback
not
was
a lot
over.
of people got a lot of eliminations.
Ryback was over. He got a pop too.
Yeah, he didn't get any.
Yeah,
that's the thing. The baby faces besides Roman Reigns didn't really get that many eliminations.
They did nothing for most of the match. Like, he was over. He got cheers. Even Johnny, like, at New Atlantic confirmed that, like, Ryback got a pop. So you think you'd have the big guy, who is a fan favorite, go and throw some dudes out, but he got, like, no eliminations.
Yeah.
That's a trend with a lot of the baby faces.
For this Rumble.
Yeah. Next guy is Kane, ruining everything.
Kane, who ruins everything, and then proceeds to ruin everything.
Fucking, is he just the guy that Vince is like, oh, we need someone to shit all over the match. Get Kane.
I feel sorry.
Well,
for Kane.
he has a partner in that now, as we'll get to later.
But Kane just
beats people up.
One of the most talented big guys in the business is just relegated.
And pretty much the locker room daddy.
Is relegated. What?
According to Ricardo in the Shoot interview, Kane is like a grandpa, in like the best way possible.
Okay.
Grandpa Kane.
Now I want to see Kane reading stories to children.
Read a story to Dolph Ziggler.
He can start with Good Night Moon.
Good night, Moon.
as read by Jacob Goodnight.
That wasn't fun. That wasn't funny the first time. Now the second time, I hate you.
So.
Well, you hated me the first time, so now you really
now
hate
I
me
hate you
the
more.
second time. Yes.
Kane comes out, and I feel sorry for him that he's relegated to the guy who ruins matches. And we get a massive CM Punk chant for no reason.
Because
the crowd is bored.
They're just desperate at this point.
The crowd is just bored at this point, so why not?
And then Dean Ambrose comes out. Yay!
Yeah, here is the turning point. Like, this could have been monumental. Here's the one guy I actually wanted to win the whole thing.
I wanted him to win, but I had this feeling he wouldn't.
Yeah, I had this feeling he wouldn't, but still, this
Dean, who is pretty much the dark horse at this point,
he wakes the crowd up. He's like, his music hits, the revving up hits, and the crowd pops like crazy. And out comes Dean, and he doesn't get that many eliminations either, but he's doing all his Ambrose shtick. But you would think he would be.
He keeps doing the dip into the ropes and do a clothesline thing.
Yeah.
The rebound Lariat, as it's called.
Yeah. Which, I like, but I keep thinking whenever he does that in a match like this, I'm like, oh god, someone's just gonna intercept him and throw him out. But no one does that, thank God. That he's a massive chance. And well, you want to talk shit? What you talking about? Here comes Titus O'Neil.
Titus O'Neil, Nick's favorite, comes out. He goes and gets in the
eliminated within seconds.
Actually, they wanted to do 1 second throwout, but he botched it, and it was a 4 second throwout.
Oh!
I kind of wish.
So he lasted longer than he should.
Yeah, that was supposed to be a new record, but he fucked it up. I kind of wish he did the Bushwhackers. I wish he did the Bushwhackers spot where he walks in, gets thrown out, and just turns around and act like nothing happened.
How do you beat Santino's record though? I thought he held the record for just 1 second.
You could do fractions of a second.
It was like 1.5 for Santino.
But yeah, they botched it, so he doesn't get the record.
Well, to be honest,
and I was just like, that was pointless.
In order for him to be eliminated immediately, like within 1 sec, someone had to be right there to hit him immediately, and it took him 4 seconds to get over there and knock him over.
No, they hit him once, but it didn't work, so they had to do it again.
Oh, I didn't remember that. Okay.
Because he gets through the ropes and they try to throw him over, but he slips, and they have to do it again.
So, well, to be fair to Titus, I wouldn't want to have Santino's record either.
Next up is Bad News Barrett.
Can I ask you?
Yeah, who gets a massive pop even though he's a heel.
Even though he's a heel, and even though he's been losing a lot, because he's the Intercontinental Champion, we can't have him look good.
No.
As I like to call it nowadays, the anchor title.
Yeah. Remember WrestleMania 10 when
By the way, fucking White's been in for
or Shawn Michaels and Razor Ramon
he'll be 40 minutes at this point, even though he clearly took a 10-minute break in the corner.
Yeah, he was like, okay. Oh god. Okay, I'm ready.
Oh.
Yeah, Bray Wyatt has been dominant through most of this. 28, Cesaro.
Another big pop.
It's like, oh geez, I guess they had contingency plans here.
They really wanted the near ending of the Royal Rumble to be where you kind of forgot that Daniel Bryan got thrown out.
The crowd didn't forget.
They didn't forget.
But
they were still happy, like Dean and Cesaro were in the ring and shit.
Yeah, I'm still kind of mad that Cesaro wasn't throwing uppercuts like crazy, but he did Swiss Death, so there's that. And he did the big swing.
He did.
It was nice.
Number 29 is Big Show.
Yep. Who, after losing 10 Royal Rumbles up to this point, is suddenly treated as a threat.
So it's the Big Show. He is joining Kane in the tag team of We Ruin Everything.
This is the part I hated. Actually, the part coming up.
Yeah. Number 30, Dolph Ziggler. It's like they stacked it so that...
They stacked it so it's like, please don't hate us, please. And then
they stacked it so the guy at number 30 could not get booed like Rey Mysterio did last year.
And then, nearly all of the people typically cheer for, like the Cesaros, the Ambroses, just everybody. And
well,
so
to be fair, Ambrose makes it to the final 5.
Yeah.
Final 5. Final 5.
No, I remember him teaming. I remember the spot where Ambrose.
Rusev wasn't eliminated.
Well,
pretty much after a brief fight, Kane and Big Show clean house and just eliminate like all the faces over the rope like a used mattress.
Also, Bray Wyatt, who has been a monster this entire time, goes out like a fart.
Same thing with Ziggler, who is the freshest guy there. And Dean, who's been like wildfire up to this point.
And and before we get to why I hate
all of
Dean's
them barely got eliminations besides Bray. Most of the faces were in the ring for under 10 minutes, and they were all eliminated by people that most people don't like at this point.
So, before we get into why Dean's elimination sucked, let's talk about the final two Big Show and Kane's elimination, where they start fighting each other instead of
that's
working
after
together.
Gets thrown out.
That's after.
That's after. We're going chronologically.
Okay.
Yeah. So, 4 people are in the ring. Rusev has not been eliminated though, but he's outside. It's Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose, Kane, and Big Show, and they're teasing like Shield reuniting, kind of, and
they bump heads and they get amped up and they're ready to fight Kane and Big Show, and everyone gets excited for a bit.
And then Dean Ambrose gets thrown out.
Dean Ambrose gets thrown out like a bitch.
Yeah. And this is where the crowd really turns.
They went from
care.
Unhappy to we hate you and we want refunds. They chanted we want refunds.
Yeah.
Though according to some accounts, it was after the show, so it never reached TV.
No, it happened during the show.
Happened during the show.
There was so Big Show and Kane turn on each other, which should have gotten some reaction, but nobody cares.
Yeah, Big Show and Kane turn on each other because they bumped into each other while they were trying to throw out Roman Reigns.
Well, it was because Big Show tried to eliminate Kane as well when Roman Reigns was going over, but that backfired, and Kane was like, "Okay, what the fuck are you doing?"
So they fight each other and awkwardly just kind of like, we're going to the ropes and leaning on them. And just Roman Reigns just runs up and throws them both out.
At which point the bell rings for stupid reason. It's like the referees all know that Rusev is not.
And Curtis Axel.
Curtis Axel.
He's going to WrestleMania, damn.
I want whenever they do the next show for Curtis Axel to bring up, hey, I was never eliminated. I want a match. Come on, Reigns. I mean, I know he'd probably get squashed, but still.
Well, the next show is going to be Thursday night SmackDown.
I just cut to the empty Royal Rumble arena and like just Curtis Axel is buried under some stuff. He's like he wakes up and he's like, I took a nap. What'd I miss? Oh shit. So the final two are Rusev and Roman Reigns.
After Kane and Big Show get eliminated, they come back in the ring to start a beatdown because they wanted to do this thing where like they wanted to make it look like they're booing the heels.
Yeah, and so that then that's right. The crowd,
probably the worst promotional tactic I have ever seen happens.
Well, hold on. Before that, the entire crowd defects and begins chanting, "We want Rusev."
Yes, they have defected from America and are now cheering for a man who hates America and is supposed to be a Russian, but he's Bulgarian.
The birthplace of the country has decided, "Fuck you, we're chanting for the Russian."
Yep.
The Bulgarian Russian, yes.
And they also chanted bullshit, and just Big Show made a very strange face.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think Big Show made that.
By the way, Roman Reigns got cracked in the mouth by Bray Wyatt, and he started bleeding earlier.
Big Show made that face, and you only make that face at certain times. That's the, we done fucked up here face.
And then he tried to cover it with a smile. A heelish smile, like, yeah, the crowd hates us, yeah. And
The Rock's music hits.
Yeah.
Crowd pops at first. Sorry.
They force a pop by bringing
They
up
use the Rock pop in an attempt to save the fact everyone was hating this match. And then the crowd turned on The Rock.
Yeah.
We turned on The Rock. We turned on the people.
The one guy who could get a pop, and you turned him, and you managed to turn the crowd against him.
Because at first they cheered him, but once he went in to start like saving Roman Reigns, they were just like, "Fuck you, Rock."
How bad is that? Like,
you managed to take the one guy. I mean, I don't like The Rock. I'm not a Rock fan.
I don't like The Rock, but people cheered for him.
People cheer for him.
He's over with the crowds. He's the one guy that people will pop for. So
this is the guy that people will cheer for, no matter what. Even like during his Hollywood fucking gimmick, people were cheering for him and going along with the
That's why it didn't work.
That's why it didn't work. Okay.
Well, some of it worked.
Some of it worked, some of it didn't. But in general, it didn't really work out because people were still trying to.
That Toronto promo was brilliant.
Exactly. And this is the guy that everybody will fucking pop for. It's the Rock pop. You cannot go wrong with the Rock pop. You went wrong with the Rock pop. How did you do that?
So he does all his signatures, and they're desperately trying to give Roman Reigns the rub because it's just like, we are really.
You gotta make Roman look really strong.
They're trying to give him the rub because it's like, remember, he's related to The Rock. And it was really painful and obvious and shit. So, like, The Rock does his signatures. Then Rusev comes in and looks like a bitch because he just takes one spear from Roman, then gets thrown out.
Yeah. Yeah.
And here's
the bell rings again.
The bell rings again. And oh my god. Roman Reigns looks so sad. Like,
because
he's trying to
hide it.
He's trying to hide it, but like there's a picture of The Rock holding up his arm, and he just looks like he's about to cry. and The Rock looks pissed. Like, he looks pissed off. I don't know why.
Dude, I don't blame him.
That's my cousin. What are you doing?
Dude, I don't blame him. I think he realized that, like, I don't know whether it was just the reaction to Roman, whether it was the booking of the whole... Like, he knew he was in a fucked up situation, and he's, like, talked about it on his Instagram and shit.
He was used to hedge their bets. That's it.
He knew he was in a fucked up situation, and he was not happy about it.
And even like, I know I'm skipping a little bit, but even in the backstage interview, The Rock was pissed, and Roman Reigns was struggling to have words.
So here they even fuck up the very ending. Roman Reigns gets on the turnbuckle.
They fuck up the pyro.
He does the point.
The point.
Nothing happens.
He's like, oh, come on.
You had one job, WWE.
And then it goes
You
on.
had one fucking job.
He's like, Roman Reigns is like, can my day get any worse? He's like,
Dude. Fucking hell.
Yeah, The Rock was pissed. Roman Reigns was upset. You can tell he's upset, even though he's trying to be cool about it.
I don't think he was prepared for that fan reaction.
People just turned on him.
I think also he's been listening to Vince, and Vince is sugarcoating it and trying to get, and like, Reigns like, no, you're the next big baby.
He's like in his mid-20s, and it's just like, well, that just happened.
I'm sure Vince has been hyping
definitely
Roman up so much and sugarcoating it, and then Reigns gets the grim face of reality. And
he got bitch slapped.
It's like when you're a kid and you find out Santa Claus isn't real, and then
Santa.
It's not even like finding out that Santa Claus isn't real. It's finding out that Santa Claus isn't real, and that he murdered your parents.
How do you get killed by something that's not real?
No, it's Santa Claus. Santa Claus isn't real, and the guy playing him is screwing your mother.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
That's about what I wanted.
They do the backstage segment. We were really frustrated. They're booking Cena versus Rusev at WrestleMania.
This was a WWE Network exclusive.
If
If you paid for this pay-per-view by itself and not get it through the network, you missed this.
So
I don't know if missed is the word I would use to describe this.
By the way, I would just like to point out, I called it, and I am not proud of that.
They're feeding him to Cena.
They're
Dude,
feeding
I think
Rusev
everyone
to
in
Cena.
them, everybody and their mothers called this.
I was really hoping it
And
wasn't
also,
going
everybody
to
and their
happen.
mothers thought of a better idea for Rusev, which is have him against Reigns, but no, can't have that.
Why can't he punch people for America?
Yeah, I would rather have Reigns Rusev than fucking Cena Rusev.
This is why I want to discuss just some of the reasons why this happened. I don't think this was Roman Reigns' fault.
No.
Because
not at all.
He has
Of
a bit
course
of
not.
charisma, and it seems like he's learning how to wrestle. He's not too big to work slow.
Thing is, the man can cut a promo. He can. He cannot cut a scripted promo.
Yeah, he needs to find a character. And it's this thing where it feels like WWE is trying to tell us who we're supposed to like.
I hate that so much.
And I'm just like, make me like him by just having him express himself and wrestle good matches like Seth Rollins did. You know, I know he's a football player, I know he's big, and I know he's... I bet the women like him because he's handsome.
Oh, definitely.
He's very handsome.
I like him because he's handsome.
It just goes back to... But they just shoved him down our throats, and now everyone hates him, and that was the biggest moment of his life, and it got ruined.
Yep.
Because of shitty booking.
Because of really shitty booking. I honestly hope this is a wake-up call for him that he needs to stop listening to Vince's bullshit. If he is even listening, I don't know. What he needs to do is just fucking ignore the shit they hand to him, ignore the written promos, I don't care.
Because unlike Batista, who just tells everyone to suck his dick. Roman Reigns doesn't know what to do now.
Yeah, don't do a CM Punk and like rip it in front of their faces, because then they'll try and screw you over. Don't do that. Just take it, be like, yeah, okay. Read the gist of it and put it into your own words.
Yeah.
Kind of just read a summary and then just kind of say it your way.
Oh my God! I just resaw the gif of Rock's face when he raises Roman's arm.
Dude,
He's so pissed.
He is so pissed.
By the way,
No,
he was
that
so
is
pissed. He
that is the face of-
immediately left for the airport and got back home in 6 hours.
Immediately left.
Well, then again, I could understand that because there's a big fucking storm that was
Of
coming.
course,
to
yeah, but at the same time,
Northeast.
there's also
Well,
a big
there
fucking
is-
storm coming to Philadelphia of everyone's going to die via fans.
Here's that face just says really.
And Roman Reigns is like, I'm not sure if I should be happy.
My mouth is bleeding.
No, the first thing if I was Roman, the first thing I would have done was go to Vince and go, what the fuck was that?
That entire show was what the fuck was that? Also, we have the thing, it's like, no offense to Roman, but if he gets put with Brock alone in a WrestleMania match, it's going to be garbage.
It's going to suck, man. Like,
Not to
even
mention
if
Brock-
even if
Well, the
Reigns- thing with Brock Lesnar is he doesn't care enough about wrestling to actually learn how to direct a match. And Roman Reigns is a rookie, so he wouldn't know how to direct a match. It's I
going to
mean,
be
even
best
if-
because they don't have someone who can, like, tell everyone what to do. They need a ring commander.
I'm gonna go. Do you think they're gonna script that match?
So,
Probably.
here's what I'm
I
thinking.
think at this point, if it's a one-on-one match, they have to script it.
They have to.
They have no other choice but having to, and that means it's going to not be natural.
That's gonna suck.
It's going to
Yeah.
suck. And they said that they don't want to add Daniel Bryan to it because that's a repeat of last year, and I get that. But fuck me.
Well, you've already
this is gonna be-
repeated the fuck up of last year, so.
This is the only major title now. Fuck, this is going to
And
blow
it's
ass. There's
guys,
going to be no Taker match, and we're going to have that as a main event.
guys, it's only getting worse. This week, this Raw would have probably used it as some sort of way to fucking redeem themselves after their shitstorm. Because there's a trend on Twitter now, and that trend is cancel WWE Network.
And people are doing it. That's the thing.
And
It's not
there's
even. It's not an idle threat. People are canceling. Stocks are dropping.
Stocks
Everyone
are
hates
dropping.
them.
Everybody.
I wouldn't be surprised if
pissed.
there's a shareholder coup.
Everyone's pissed.
That's kind of impossible considering the McMahons hold the majority shares. And
the
by
thing-
majority I mean vast majority.
Well then, fucking Triple H is gonna be busting open some doors with his sledgehammers.
Also, I think Kevin Dunn might have as many shares as Triple H.
Well then, Kevin Dunn is going to die.
Yeah.
So
Can we?
here's the thing about the era of the WWE Network that Vince is too old to understand. Back in the day, if you did this, you'd be able to handle it. But now, we're in a situation where your viewers are in control of your profit.
Yeah.
They can fucking abandon your ass, and you will hurt because of it.
And they
Like-
are abandoning it.
They're abandoning it in SWATs, and it's just like you can legitimately go under just because the fans are going to spite you, which means you should this is like more than ever. You need to go with the people they're cheering for.
I don't care about your fucking plans. Don't care about your fucking hopes and dreams. Fucking do it. Stop being petty. Oh, the internet doll. No. Fuck
And this
you.
doesn't mean Daniel Bryan specifically. It just means whoever they're behind, support them.
Ziggler.
If they're
Anyone.
cheering, do it.
Fucking do it.
Like your company could do good things, but you're pushing your own agenda. But now you can get now it's a double-edged sword. Now it can cut back.
Yeah.
So you're walking a fucking like tightrope now.
Yeah.
Here's the only way to fix the Royal Rumble main event, and I know this isn't fair to Reigns, but it's damage control, buddy. Sorry.
Dude, these next 2 months are damage control.
The next 2 months are damage control.
Well, and no one's going to care about Fastlane anyways.
No,
nobody fucking cares about Fastlane. We've know that already.
Yeah, but everybody. First of all, the reason people cared about the Elimination Chamber was the Chamber match. We're not going to do that, so.
The logistics became difficult for the Chamber match.
Yeah, I understand why they're not doing it. I'm just saying.
Well, you know what? Why not bring back a cage? Why not No Way Out? Why not that?
I want just like.
Or do it in the cell.
Here's the way to fix.
Bring back Armageddon and have the Armageddon Hell in a Cell.
That'd be awesome.
Here's the only way to fix the Reigns Lesnar match. Throw in Rollins and Ambrose.
Yeah, we need Rollins and Ambrose.
If necessary, take Lesnar out of it.
No.
You can't.
Rollins.
You can at this point, dude.
You can't because he's not there often enough to lose the title.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
So we need their top guys who work the best, and if they can't use Bryan, use Seth and Dean because they're good.
Yeah, here. I'll even write the story for you. Here you go. Ambrose remembers. Well, first of all, Rollins is super pissed that he didn't win at the Rumble, so he's going to go on a. Let's say Brock Lesnar makes one of his rare Raw appearances, and the entire Authority gang up on him and use chairs and crap.
Oh, I forgot, by the way. Sorry.
Okay, go ahead.
Triple H and Steph come out with this face of just like, what just happened?
Oh, right.
Like, they're supposed to be pissed that Reigns overcame the Authority. Not that Reigns has actually fought the Authority in any way.
They seem disgusted in a way.
Like, I get they're trying to say, like, oh, Reigns bucked Authority and he fought the system, blah, blah, blah. It's like, Reigns had so very little involvement in the Authority storyline that, like...
He has no involvement, and also this feels forced because he's only been a singles competitor for, like, under a year.
So
yeah, he's been out on his
the way to fix this is to have sorry, I'm hearing myself a little bit.
Because D-Bry had a
D-Bry can be in this and help, but if I think D-Bry needs. I don't know what to do with D-Bry at this point.
He needs an opponent.
Dude, the company doesn't know. He's got nothing for him right now.
I really don't know what to do with him with this.
By the way, they hyped him up so much for entering the Rumble, and then they fuck it up. Way to go.
So, honestly, you know what? I've got it for WrestleMania for Daniel Bryan. Have him versus Bray Wyatt again. This time, like, I don't know, make it a hardcore match. I don't care. Just have them tear the place down.
The thing is, this is a shit week for WWE. They had a shitty pay-per-view where everyone's asking for their money back. People are cancelling the network and making it publicly aware that others should do the same.
And they can't do Raw.
And Raw's out.
Yeah, stocks are dropping.
The soonest that they can answer is as SmackDown Live on Thursday.
Yeah.
So guys, here's how you fix this, guys. You bring Rollins out. You have, I don't know why you would have Lesnar appear on SmackDown, but whatever. Lesnar, you should have watched SmackDown. What can I tell you?
Last week on SmackDown.
Should have watched SmackDown.
Last week on SmackDown.
Last week on SmackDown, Lesnar lost the title. Bet you bitches wish you watched SmackDown now, don't you?
Honestly, the possibility of Brock Lesnar appearing on SmackDown is just as likely as an Enzo Big Cass Carmella sandwich on NXT.
I'm just gonna look. They shouldn't have needed. They shouldn't need to the fact that they need to fix this shouldn't even be present.
You
They
shouldn't
should
be
have
doing
fucking
damage control. You should just be like, dude, WrestleMania's gonna be awesome.
they should have fucking known. They should have fucking been aware of this.
But the thing is, they did know, but they just thought that like we'd forgive and forget.
So
They thought eventually
Do you think we just forget? Do you think we just forget how you kind of just screwed us over last year on a constant basis, and then just thought you'd put a Band-Aid on it and be like, hey, everything's better now.
That's what I was trying to get at. But yeah.
But here, I mean,
Go ahead, Rob. Go ahead.
The damage control is simple. You have Lesnar come out. You have him get sucker punched by Rollins and friends. I don't care how many of them it takes.
Friends.
And then have him raise the briefcase up, go to cash it into the referee. Here comes Ambrose again because Ambrose remembers he hates Rollins.
Oh yeah, we had a feud.
Yeah, because the WWE show, I don't remember.
And then you have the perfect setup. You're going to end Rollins versus Ambrose at WrestleMania, and they're going to be in the main event with Brock Lesnar and Reigns. There's your problem fixed.
Again, though, you shouldn't need to fix there should not be a problem for you to fix. This is fucking WrestleMania. This is what, 31 years? You tell me in 31 fucking years you don't know how to book your fucking Super Bowl of wrestling? Are you fucking kidding me?
Nope. They
31 fucking years, and you've just forgotten how to do this.
Don't half-ass WrestleMania. Don't half-ass the Rumble either.
I'm getting sick of this, guys. Every fucking Royal Rumble. Every one.
You know, the thing is, like, I'm not like a lot of people, and I still had a lot of goodwill for the company. Enough to, like, say I wanted to watch and review it. But last night was one of the first nights I considered dropping it. And when I drop something, I abandon that shit. I don't see you next week. I'm gone.
I'm not lying.
I had on the door. I'm out.
After I watched the Royal Rumble, I was watching it on the network, and I was just, for a good 5 minutes, I was just looking at the My Account button, ready to fucking ready to cancel that shit.
Cat hates it too.
Yeah, I was like...
That cat is furious.
I was like, should I fucking cancel this? I was just... For 5 minutes, just 5 minutes of silence, I was just looking at the screen like, I should cancel this. And I fucking saw the NXT logo way down at the bottom of the shows, and I was like...
That little bit of heartbreak when you realize, yeah, NXT is keeping you there.
And then TakeOver on February 11th.
And I was like... I really feel like writing just like an open letter to WWE saying...
Several have been written already according to the Squared Circle Reddit, but hey, add on top of it.
I'll say, this is what people are spending their $9.99 on. This is what I'm spending my $9.99 on. Start promoting that. Start realizing that you need to book things like that, because people are getting ready to cancel your shit.
People are canceling your shit.
People are canceling your shit. I was contemplating it. I was seriously contemplating it.
I want to note something to you guys. My brother occasionally borrows my PS3 because I have the network app on there. He borrows it because he wants to watch NXT, which he says is better than what's being shown on TV.
A million times.
As it is.
And it is. It is so much better.
I saw that NXT logo and I was like, I can't cancel it. No. I can't do it.
I don't want to hate the company, but they're making me do it.
I don't want to hate the... I've been with this company.
What's even worse is ever since they hired William Regal as the talent scout, they've been getting some of the best indie guys I know of.
Oh, dude, he's done them
and
so
they're
many
doing
favors.
nothing with them.
They're doing nothing.
Besides on NXT.
Dude, William Regal has been like a fucking godsend to them. He really has.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the normal talent scouters are like Pat Patterson and pals, and they usually go like football players and bodybuilders and shit.
They have a very old school mindset, and
That's where they got Roman. He was a football player.
Of course, and also he was related to a lot of Samoans, so
That too.
Such as being a cousin of The Rock.
By the way, if you haven't seen it, go look at the Rock promo he did after the show was over. It is awkward as shit.
I have not seen it. I don't intend to see it. All I know is the part where he says,
I want to watch it with you.
Okay.
Because it's got.
I will set it up. Yes.
You can tell he's there. He's gonna say his lines, and he's going home.
He's fucking done.
I
think we can pretty much kill off the idea that The Rock doesn't care about wrestling, because if he didn't care, it wouldn't have affected him as much.
Yeah, he wouldn't have been that pissed off.
He cares. The thing was, he was just wanted to be an actor.
Yeah.
Yeah, he cares more than Brock Lesnar.
Definitely. Yeah. This entire thing, I don't know if I can call it atrocious, but I feel atrocious for it. And I just want to say, avoid at all costs.
I feel insulted as a fan.
Because it feels like they just shot down what everybody wants them to do. And this is an entirely, like, feedback-based thing. It just feels like they're trying to please their sponsors now.
Yeah.
And they're not pleasing their sponsors because WWE stock is dropping like crazy.
And hashtag cancel WWE Network is still trending on Twitter.
Oh, man.
I checked. Still in the top 10.
Jesus.
It's just... I'm a patient man. I'm a very
forgiving man.
I'm a very patient...
I always considered that I was a very optimistic person, but god damn.
I'm a very patient
I'm the
man.
kind of person where you have to get so many strikes with me before I tell you I'm finished.
I will tell you how I'm a patient man. Because honestly, my fandom with this show, I can honestly compare it to the video games. I really can. I have every single wrestling game from the PS1 to PS4, okay? Including the GameCube ones, including Raw and Raw 2, Day of Reckoning, everything from PS1 onwards. And I've been through some shit. I've been through some shit fucking wrestling games.
Hard times.
Hard times. Okay, they put hard times on me. Okay, they put hard times on Riddler. And I went through 2008, 2009, 2000, that god-awful like stretch of bad wrestling games, and it took 3 years. 3 years to get back to some standard fucking quality.
12, which was stripped, but pretty good.
12, 13, and 14, and I was like, yes, I knew I stuck around for a reason. This was the reason. It's gotten good again. Thank God. And then they fucking shit it all away.
By the way, it turns out that one of the reasons why Ricardo Rodriguez quit is because they literally dropped the amount he's paid from being in the video game by like 60%.
And I can compare my fandom with that game to the show. I've been with it for so long. We've been through some shit as wrestling fans, guys.
Yeah, wrestling fans are very, we'll ride this out kind of thing.
We have ridden.
Because even when WCW went under, it still had a loyal fan base.
We've ridden some shit here. Okay. There needs to be some fucking change. This needs to change. Oh. Royal Rumble, that was the closest I've ever come to just saying, I'm done with this company.
By the way, so many people have gone to the Fuck WWE network page that it crashed. And so many people have gone to New Japan World, and it crashed.
I don't blame them.
Because I'll admit, if they don't win me back by WrestleMania, I'm going to Japan.
Dude, if they don't win me back by WrestleMania, I've got Japan, I've got Lucha Underground. I'm good. WWE thinks that they're my only option. Fuck you, you are not my only option anymore.
People can stop watching at any time.
I've got some fucking options, and I will go to them. Oh my god, this needs to fucking change. WrestleMania 31. You better fucking be good.
We got some bad tidings, or a lot of revisions.
You better be fucking good.
Or at least decent. Just go for decent. Come on. It's not a high bar to hit. Just don't piss anyone off.
Don't piss me off. Don't insult me as a fan. Don't insult me, the guy that's giving you $9.99 a fucking month. The guy that's bought your video games for the past God knows how many years.
Because you're probably going to take your $9.99, go to Japan, and pay
I'll fucking go to Japan. I'll stream NXT if I have to, some other way. I can do it.
I don't want to, like, retread everything, but it's just like, this needs to be fixed.
Fuck me.
Now, that depressing C-show was sponsored by tortillas. Because tortillas.
I need to fucking crack open a beer. Jesus Christ.
And WWE is driven Riddler to drinking.
Fuck me, that was a terrible goddamn Royal Rumble. Jesus Christ.
Gordita Crunch for the occasion when you need to make your insides hurt because you hate yourself.
I'm gonna go and watch our Evolution again because goddamn, that was a good show. Some Lucha Underground, some New Japan. I need to cleanse my fucking palate. It's like I've just eaten some shitty Taco Bell and I need some fucking fine dining to put that shit down.
Fine wine and dining. Okay, for the really depressing episode of the C Show, I'm the
hashtag cancel WWE Network. Jesus Christ.
Yay.